Okay, let's start a fresh playthrough today. I still have the saves from the other time. The ending stuff, we'll look at it more closely once I get to the ending for this one again. But right now, I want to focus on princesses, because she's the apple of my eye, the reason why I'm doing all this. I gotta go rescue or slay her? We could have asked the narrator why he chose a princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yeah, I think when we get to that part again, if it's the same, maybe we'll make a save there and ask him all the questions too, just to exhaust all the information we can get out of him. Off the top of my head, what haven't we done yet? I think we could have betrayed her, as in tell her that we'll save her, and then when she has her back turned to me, I stab her or something like that. And even the nightmare one, I was kind of interested in that one. The one where we locked her and then she healed me, and then we came back, and then I don't know what happens after that. Let's go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
It's healthy skepticism. It's good to have someone to bounce off of, even if it is just a voice in my head.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Oh, thinking about it though, the way how the mirror disappears in chapter 2 didn't seem like it had a significant plot effect. But I wonder what it really means. Sometimes there was that one chapter 3 where the mirror was in our way too. I guess we'll see. Can we try reaching the nightmare one again?
You take the blade from the table.
So we'll talk a bunch and then I'll be like, you know what, I want to keep you down here.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, think I'm here to kill you?
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Is the element of surprise necessary for getting a stab in and killing her immediately? Because I have a knife now, but can I still do it immediately? Might not be possible because she's on guard. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
It's letting me skip it, so I wonder if we'll just skip, because we've seen the beginning part already, the first chapter. I think I dropped it, right? Yeah, because probably the chapter 2, or the second video, is closest to what I normally would have done, which is to hear her out and then try to make a decision, but then I ultimately can't because I feel like I don't have enough information, and then I don't do anything, which ends up making everything worse.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang. Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure—
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What if we just don't talk to her? We're like, there's all these questions. I'll do a quick save here. Okay, now that we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Here we go. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
No, it doesn't.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
I always say stuff like, hey, let's make the choice that has more temporary consequences as opposed to the permanent one. But inaction is a decision in and of itself. It is not a good compromise.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess.
It won't be long before I slip these chains.
Slip these chains? Either way, she dropped her mask.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Yes, and now we have to have the scary stuff happen again. Great. And this is her, she's reacting to me. Now that we know a little bit more, we suspect her of being a monster, and she's turning into a monster in response because she is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. Very poetic way of putting it. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Which is strange, because she apparently comes out of the door. She comes out from down there afterwards, right? So it's like she broke the lock, moved the table out of the way, and then went back down, waited for me to wake up, so she could be like, boo, surprise, I'm here to scare you.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Sorry, this is supposed to be really scary, but I find that comedy and horror often, they're two sides of the same coin.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
I have gills. Birds have gills?
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Wait, birds have gills? I'm stuck on this point right now.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I'm not sure how extensively I want to try it, but we could definitely make more use of the quick save this time.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Like, at the end of chapter 2, we can make a save and be like, try different options, and then we'll pick the one that we like. Well, when I say we, I mean me. Pick the one that I like to continue off as the actual one that gets saved. I mean, the reason I wasn't doing that before is that I can't save all of the options, that's all. But I would like to see some of it. If we just go, will we get the new voice though? Whose voice is here? We'll just go to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Here you go. Paranoid. We've never been here before, because last time I turned around and left, and then we saw Hansi.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
We have some guests here? They are not blinking. They are silhouettes. But we have a new candidate for Chapter 2 cabin that looks most like the Chapter 1 cabin. Apparently nobody bothered picking up this table after a million years. Okay, oh. The door got bigger though. People, hey, she's been doing some renovations here, I guess.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Yeah, there's no door, it's just a hole.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
So she's doing that thing again where she breaks the door and waits for us to come?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Don't worry, love, I'm coming.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Is nobody seeing who's at the windows? The windows are also not... There's no glass, it's just a hole. Look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
We see, at the very end, we see the narrator in the mirror, and the mirror starts breaking. But then what's this mirror all about then?
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
He can't see it. I don't think he can, because he's historically been very bad at hiding stuff. He's been very bad at hiding the fact that we should slay the princess just because. But then the mirror, he just doesn't acknowledge it at all. Ooh, we should take this.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
If we go with a weapon, we expect her to be threatening, and therefore she is. If we go without a weapon, then she's very nice and helpless, basically. But that only applies for chapter 1, so we are no longer in chapter 1.
Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
If we had a bomb, we'd just throw it down there. We wouldn't even go down.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
See here, I might want to make a save. Like right here. And then I believe we can kill her. Because the narrator says I can, and I have some after I killed the giantess one, I feel like my confidence is through the roof. But I don't know if that always applies. We'll see.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death. You cross over the threshold
Whoa.
and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
They're blinking now. Wait, this isn't even a cabin anymore. It's close to the very first one we saw where there were 3 staircases and stuff was getting unraveled and whatnot.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
You guys see it too.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
No, she doesn't.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
This is so cruel, just when I think about it. The hero and the princess being forced to kill each other and all that, because for some reason, whether the world has death in it it's our problem. You want to throw the knife? Oh, this one is... You want to just step off into the void between the stairs? I don't... You're not actually throwing the knife here, right? You're just contemplating it because you're thinking, hey, killing her is gonna be easy. I'm gonna step off into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know, I wanted to see what would happen. I'm not scared. I was just curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
We can pretend to be a plank.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
The hero is pretty sane, most times. He's the one constant here. Oh wow, perfect, there's still eyes looking at us.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
If it helps to know, I think the fear of having to die is greater than the pain of actually dying. I hope that's the case in real life too. Sorry for getting serious suddenly, but I hope that's the case for real life too.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
She's listening in. Stop eavesdropping, please. Go back the way I came.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. Oh! I told you I was going to find you.
You look different?
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Whoa, it's like a darker dress. Is her face cracking? Your hair is deeper colored too.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Does a narrator normally just expect that she'll be the normal, docile princess sitting at the bottom of that regular cabin? I guess so. So every time we get to chapter 2, he's like, what the hell?
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves, heart. What are you doing? I'm working! Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You are now breathing manually.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Oh my god, paranoid, working overtime. Most useful voice ever, huh?
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
Nerves.
Gasping like a fish. You said I had gills earlier. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. Do birds have gills?
Lungs.
I'm not crazy, right? Birds don't have gills.
Nerves.
Do birds
Lungs.
have gills?
Nerves.
Yeah, no, birds have lungs.
Lungs.
Why does she think I'm a fish this time?
Nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? Liver.
'Cause she can't.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Lungs. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
She seems kind of incorporeal with a flickering in and out. Maybe it's like a ghost situation where she needs some permission. Or maybe she just enjoys toying with me.
Liver. Nerves.
Wow, paranoid is really working overtime here.
Liver. Nerves.
Ah! Remember what we learned last time? It seems like she can't leave. If she wants to leave, she can't leave unless if I give her permission of some kind.
Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart.
She wants to work together.
Liver. Nerves.
Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Heart.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
Nerves. The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
It's a mask?
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit. Make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
One
liver,
moment,
nerves,
and then
heart,
you're
lungs,
gone.
liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart, lungs,
that.
liver, nerves,
I've died about 5 times in the past minute.
heart,
And
lungs,
there's the
liver,
fear.
nerves, heart. She pulls away. Nerves, heart.
That wouldn't be
lungs,
very fun,
liver,
now would it?
nerves, heart,
I've already done
lungs,
that.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver.
What happened after you
nerves,
killed me
heart,
last time?
lungs, liver,
I tried to leave
nerves,
while you
heart,
suffocated,
lungs,
but that
liver,
stupid
nerves,
cabin wouldn't
heart,
let me.
lungs,
So
liver,
I started to drag
nerves,
your body out with me, and
lungs,
then...
liver, nerves,
Well,
heart,
you
lungs,
died before I could
liver,
get to the
nerves,
door.
heart,
And then I was
lungs,
here,
liver,
and now you're
nerves,
here too.
heart, lungs,
Right, so they're trying to give me that same bit of information again about how we both need to be alive and I need to maybe give her permission for her to leave.
heart,
I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count.
nerves,
And as much as I love what we have going on,
nerves,
I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever.
nerves,
I want to leave.
And from like a having seen one ending kind of perspective, why is this the case? Because we're actually the same being. We're meant to be together as one
nerves,
and split up.
liver,
Is it just part of the confines, the construct that the narrator has created then?
heart, lungs,
Because that's just how he made this.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
If I can't kill her, she can't leave.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
And she'll get transported to another place so that I can try again.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Well, this is obviously because you were holding the knife.
Nerves,
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
nerves,
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
heart, lungs,
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option.
liver,
But it looks like that's not a problem anymore.
liver,
At least not for me.
lungs,
You
liver,
seem miserable.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Nerves.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
Lungs, liver.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
Lungs, liver.
Because I went in expecting to be afraid of her.
The world needs fears, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Nerves, heart.
Change. Good change. Bad change.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
Nerves,
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody,
nerves,
just to come apart all over again.
Wow, this is starting to hit the conversations that we saw at the end last time pretty close to home.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Dying?
nerves, heart, lungs.
As the creature that's dying, that's probably a bad thing, but as like a more meta universal thing, is dying a bad thing? Renewal of things?
Heart, lungs,
I think it's a lot more debatable at that point.
nerves,
So maybe she does have some point there.
nerves,
But as the person dying, as a thing dying, you don't want to die.
heart,
All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself.
nerves,
Is that really so much to ask?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
liver,
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful.
heart,
I think I'll keep you right by my side.
lungs,
A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
liver, nerves,
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
liver,
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
liver, nerves,
If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
And if I refuse to let you out, what happens then?
Then we're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
liver, nerves. Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I don't think we
liver,
should be the ones
nerves,
threatening her.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
heart, lungs,
And then,
liver,
when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too.
nerves,
That's how this all works, right?
nerves,
This doesn't end until you let me out.
nerves, heart,
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Never mind, I changed my mind. You're a lunatic. You know that, right?
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control.
Liver,
So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, liver, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. Nerves, heart, but she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death. Heart, lungs, liver.
This is one of the rare situations in games where they give you a whole bunch of exploration options, but
Lungs,
the exploration is an implicit understanding, usually, that it won't affect or advance the dialogue. And in this case, yeah, it doesn't advance it, but it does affect what happens next time because the tone can change entirely, as we've seen already. We don't have to explore everything.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I am very attracted to this toss the blade and remain with your nightmare thing.
Heart, lungs, liver,
If we
nerves,
leave,
heart,
I think we're just gonna go to the hands thing, right?
nerves, heart,
Let's see.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Being around you is agony. I'm not gonna stick around.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. Well, I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
How about I just kill you instead?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably. And you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Go ahead. Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
I'll just die then.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
Are you sure about that? Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. And maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me.
That actually is what happens.
And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Are we really just gonna leave?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Okay, we'll try leaving first. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave.
Heart, lungs, what? Liver, no! Nerves,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving. And, do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
But we can't stop her. She has the upper hand.
Shit. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
And then we'll just give her to the entity.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
We can test this theory a little bit then. Permission is really what's needed.
I wouldn't trust having our back to her. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
You know she won't kill you though, because she can't leave if you die.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive. Liver, nerves.
How about you go first?
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me? You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now.
Nerves.
Fear.
And besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident? I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen either. So go on. Go ahead.
Heart. She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet. Lungs, liver.
Okay, fine.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
Nerves, heart. The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
It won't be locked, right?
Lungs. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
Oh, you're right.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
You're a vital bodily function. Please keep going.
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, thank you. And you? Lungs, you'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I
Wow!
want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
He just straight out says it's more important. Well, I mean, yeah, for the world, it's more important. But as the person that you actually want to have dead, maybe not so much.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Oh, he won't let me, because we're not gonna be able to open the door. I think the door's locked.
You haven't even tried it. It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
Nerves,
Okay.
heart, lungs,
Pull against the
Oh!
door.
liver.
The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
Oh, this is just like the happy damsel one where if we're alive together, that's one of the conditions for opening this door. And no matter what the narrator does, he can't stop that.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Lungs, liver.
Shit. The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her.
Getting into semantics right about now.
It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over. Okay, what do we do? I said, what do we do? Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
I do.
We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain? Heart. Right, heart.
He's not very good at this.
Lungs. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves.
There's a bit of a comedy component to all this.
Lungs. You're terrible at this. I know, but I'm doing my best.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it? Yes.
Heart, lungs, liver. Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right. Yeah, fuck this guy. Trust him. Really? So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Yes, but the narrator basically said he'd rather us die.
Thank you for your gracious show of support. But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again. Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
He was way better at it than you.
Heart, lungs.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin.
Liver.
So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door.
She can't do anything besides wait for me to do it.
Lungs.
So last time when we got the door to open for the damsel part with the power of love, and we did it together, she wouldn't have been able to open it then. It's me. I'm the one who controls if the door is open or not.
Lungs.
Oh.
Lungs. Liver. Nerves.
Hold up. Well, we're never gonna be able to exhaust all these options, man.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body.
Liver.
She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
I'm sorry.
Nerves.
We did it. We actually did it.
Liver.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Lungs.
Can she?
Nerve.
We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. In her final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you, and you both plunge into the endless abyss of her basement labyrinth.
Liver.
As the two of you fall, you rip your blade from her chest, tightly clutching it in your hands.
Nerves.
Everything goes dark and I die?
Lungs.
Have fun falling forever. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
If we had opened and left the cabin, I assume that goes to the entity.
Heart.
She tears herself away from you and tumbles away into the darkness.
Lungs.
You are alone, and you are falling forever. But you saved the world. You should be proud of yourself for seeing this through.
Endlessly falling, alone, in a void, is a kind of a nightmare as well.
Liver.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally.
Well, I got so used to you that it sounds really quiet without you now.
Are we really gonna fall forever? Can't you narrate us some stairs out of here? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means you're falling. Forever.
Forever is a long time.
No. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, I hate this. You continue to fall. Forever's gonna end eventually, right?
I don't know about that.
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. You continue to fall, and you will only continue to fall. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Always.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Why would I want to live if it's an unchanging constant like this? Another instance of showing me that I don't want forever. I don't want anything forever. I don't want to be static. Forever.
Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
Yes, that's a really good point. We already saved the world, but we have to still be alive to keep that state of the world being saved. It's not a one-time thing. We gotta keep doing it.
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life.
Thinking death is important doesn't mean we don't value life.
Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
It's not like it'll matter if I die. I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
Oh my god, Paranoid is so smart. This is the most useful voice we've had ever. Running the body and being a detective.
Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though.
Between all these chapters, it's already been different ones.
Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're falling forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
Oh, okay. How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
I'm gonna wear you down eventually. You might as well spill those sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not.
We have a lot of time here.
Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you.
But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys. What more do I need?
Oh, you could do a lot better than us.
No, you're great, Paranoid. You're kinda twitchy, but I like you.
Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens?
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along.
We don't have to starve to death falling through an infinite void. You have our way out. Use it.
Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Feelings mutual.
At least we're all being honest.
So you'd rather us stay here forever, all just huddling around in the void? I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Oh, this is an interesting one. If we drop the blade, we're here forever. Making a lot of saves here. Am I gonna use any of it? We'll see. Wait.
More time passes. You continue to fall. More time passes. You continue to fall.
Will it ever change?
More time. More.
No.
More time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm ready to stay here forever.
Oh no, what are you doing? You loosen your grip, and the blade tumbles through your open fingers. Now you're really falling forever. There's no way out now.
You mean other than starving?
Which we don't even know if is a thing that'll happen to us.
Right, I mean, other than that. You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer.
Oh.
But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words.
So you're recognizing that this state of being static is agony, it's suffering. You realize that, you recognize that, you just don't care.
We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
No, you really shouldn't have, but biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die.
Dying happens in both cases then. It's either we control the timing or biology controls the timing.
Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
We get a chapter 3? Oh my god. I can't believe it.
You're on a path in the wood.
Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Back when we were at the bottom of the basement, I was actually more interested in the sit with your nightmare forever option, but I picked this one thinking it would end quickly so that we could go back and check out that one. But you're right, it just goes on forever! It just goes on. The planning, how do you organize the design for a story like this? I feel like it'll get confusing very fast.
We've tried doing it our way, and we've tried doing it his way. I think the only way left is hers. Are you suggesting we let her out? And why shouldn't we? It's obvious she's the one with the real power here. We might as well ingratiate ourselves to our terrifying new overlord.
Okay, voice of the smitten, you changed your name, but I still recognize you.
Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her, and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. See, it's that last part I'm not so sure about. We've ended twice now. We even ended her once, but it didn't matter, because it still threw us right back into these woods.
We have some very astute voices with us today.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
And why is this happening? Just the general breakdown of the construct and all that? Cobwebs? This... I don't know what we're looking at. The woods? Dilapidation?
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
I think every time we get to chapter 3, the narrator actually slips up quite a bit because he's panicking, probably. Yeah, the princess her capacity to change is affecting everything.
Well then, if the world's rushing to an end, that's all the more reason for us to rush over to the cabin and make ourselves useful. It's all about making a good impression. If we're useful, there's a place for us.
We know he's not. Interesting option though. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own. So it sounds to me like she's getting out no matter what we do. And I say, aligning ourselves with somebody like her is clearly the better option. She's going places. Let's make our way to the cabin and demonstrate our value. No, it's strictly worse.
And why is that?
Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
But technically, although we've been here so many times, what happens after we pick an option I feel like is always unknown. Even though you would think it's all standardized, but it's not.
The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
'Cause I died too. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
And what does that mean?
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
All the more reason to side with her, really. It takes a bullshit artist to recognize a bullshit artist, and I'm one of the best in the business. So trust me when I say, he's full of it.
I agree, that was a very complicated way to say yes.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're gonna fall through this loop forever, eventually we're gonna let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point.
We did do something interesting today though, huh? First loop, we got killed by her. Second loop, we killed her first, even though we died afterwards, due to our own failing biological body. It's a little bit different.
Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
I tried though. I didn't kill myself, but I'm a biological being and I just died.
Do you see how little authority he has? He's practically just begging us at this point. She at least takes what she wants. She's inspirational, really.
Gotta say, this guy's pretty convincing.
Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Well, let's go.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
I was just about to wonder what this material is. I guess it's woods. It's still trees, but different kind of tree. There's already a track to the cabin.
Of course we do. We've been over it. Find the one in charge, and make sure she knows how helpful we are. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing, something that would make everything make sense.
You're me, Paranoid. You're me.
Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
There's a very Schadenfreudy sort of joy that I think a lot of people take in disobeying the narrator.
I wouldn't trust that if I were the one making decisions.
I don't know why. Maybe he just sounds very hateable.
Take it however you will.
He's not making himself trustworthy. He just keeps telling us to do stuff because I said so. And that's just not great for building rapport.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
We got a mirror in the middle this time. In Chapter 3, the mirrors, I don't think we always see a mirror, do we? We've seen it twice now. But it's different because the other one you can ignore it. This time you can't. You have to walk past it.
The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
We don't even have a table this time.
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
Let's be mindful of our position, boys.
Without the knife, we lose part of our bargaining power. We should fold and beg for mercy as soon as we see her.
I'm sure we have too much self-respect to do something so worm-like, right? We can always at least pretend to have a conversation as equals. We did kill her last time.
Wow, I nearly forgot you were here, Hero. When have you last spoken? Oh, I guess you were here the whole time, but you all sound kind of the same, so I kind of filtered you out already, because you're not exactly the most useful one here.
Yeah, but she sort of let us do that, didn't she? And again, we don't have a blade. And look at the bright side, at least everybody knows exactly where worms stand in the pecking order. At the bottom. which is the most important part if you think about it, because it gives everybody else something to stand on, the bedrock, if you will. She'll understand the value of that.
I'm kind of curious though, because if we don't kill each other and I become her slave or something, then our situation... I highly doubt that's gonna be the end of our situation. Something's gonna happen to make one of us die. Maybe it's just unraveling and going to Hansi again, but something will happen because that's the nature of change. Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again?
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's gonna jump out at us and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Again, that image is kind of comedic.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Oh, stop being such cowards, all of you. We know what we're going to do. We know what's going to happen to us. There's literally nothing to be afraid of.
Maybe there's some sort of a rule binding the princess to the basement before we get there too. We have to make sure she's there before we decide what to do with her. She can't just
slowly
leave.
make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. Who says being watched is a bad thing? If we haven't done anything wrong, we don't have anything to worry about. I'm sure she knows we're on her side.
We kind of killed her last time.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Oh, we can't smash it this time. I was hoping we could try to smash it.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Can the princess see the mirror?
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
She's not waiting.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Kind of like what the beast tried to do.
And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
This is the first pretty good view we have of our lower body though. The feathers and the feet?
Great, we're all on the same page then. The important part now is that we let her know that we're completely on board with this. Are we? She clearly hates us. I'm not sure letting her in is a good idea. Not like this.
Oh, does she want to possess us again?
Oh, don't have second thoughts. This has to happen. It's clearly the only way we save our skin and get out of here.
Ignore him. Have those second thoughts. Have them now.
She's like a ghost. She's a wraith. What's the difference between a wraith and a spectre? I don't know, but they all want to possess me. Look, we're even now. You killed me and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
But previously, the Spectre couldn't possess me, presumably because of some kind of permission issue. Can she really possess me? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again.
It's actually pretty bad if you look at it, because in the first chapter, we ditched her in the basement. In the second chapter, we were right next to the door, and then I killed her right before the freedom, so I can understand why she hates me this much. Yeah, she doesn't know about me falling into the void either.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
No, please, I have many more questions.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
She's got an X on her chest.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Look, she's mad at us, I get it, but it's nothing we can't clear up after she possesses our body. Don't worry, I'm what you might call a smooth talker. I'll iron things out. Oh, will you now? With her like that?
I'm willing to give him a chance to do it, because no one else has a better idea.
Good luck with that. Doesn't seem like she's too keen on forgiveness. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Heart, lung, nerves.
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine? Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
Yeah, it's silver lining.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
So no, it doesn't seem like permission is an issue. Or it might be dependent on how, again, back to how she's reacting to me. The abilities she has, she's like a Spectre could be a nicer ghost. But a Wraith is a big, strong, evil ghost.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
I think back with the Spectre, we never actually got a confirmation that she needed permission. She was kind of evasive about the answer, so we never clarified specifically that she couldn't do it.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ugh, my bones.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. The two of you are being incredibly rude. Hi, hello, welcome. I live here, along with him, and... Well, I've never been clear on whether or not he lives here. I don't think this is helping. We should try to keep a low profile.
She's already here. Might as well say hi. Welcome her.
Yes, that is right. It is helping you. It's too late for anything to help you.
Remember how when the Spectre possessed us, she had a normal princess voice, but this one is very angry and capitals.
I just want to tell you how great a job you're doing. You're a real go-getter, really seizing destiny by the throat and making it yours. It's the kind of gumption a guy can really admire.
You stabbed me in the back.
I'm sorry.
That was then. This is now.
I'm a big fan of winners, and you're the biggest winner around.
Do you think if you're nice to me now that I will forget what you've done to me? I've already taken the only thing I need.
I'll have you know that as soon as we wound up back in the woods on this go-around, I suggested that we free you. I'm on your side.
She's not particularly shocked that there's multiple voices in the body.
You're only on my side until you think you can stab me in the back again. But that is never going to happen.
That's actually quite heartbreaking when you think about it. I am sorry for that. We didn't treat her very nicely this time.
At the end of the day, I just want a job. I figure if he's right and you're going to end the world, there's got to be something else coming after all that. And I want to make sure I have a place helping you run it. I think you should stop talking.
No, keep going.
No, you should keep saying these things. I like to feel you right in discomfort.
Look, all I'm saying is that whatever comes after is going to be a hefty management task. You don't want to do all that alone. And we are the only people you know. Possibly the only people left alive once you've done whatever it is you're going to do. So you'll have to hire us. We're going to die. No, we're going to do something worse than dying. She's going to torture us out of existence, and it's all going to be your fault.
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
I'm okay with giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
If we throw ourselves down in the basement, well, we'll eventually die. It's like falling through the void again, I assume.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Let's leave.
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess.
I don't think I've ever surrendered
I guess
before.
that's that.
We could have surrendered during the tower as well.
It's for the best, really. Maybe we'll find our freedom on the other side.
This is all I wanted. Maybe there will be a mercy for you at the end of everything.
Hear that, boys? A mercy. That's the sort of reward you get with me at the helm. Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
We're so close.
I can't wait for something horrible to happen again.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer.
Ooh.
If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body until it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes, let me out.
It's the narrator moving the door away from us.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
He has enough power to do these things here.
You cannot describe me into submission. The door is right there.
She's getting more powerful. She can do these things, overwrite the narrator's powers.
It really is, isn't it?
I walk to it. I place your bloody hand on the door.
Why is my hand bloody? I thought you grabbed my ankle before.
I made you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
He is gone.
He's gone early. Maybe it's unraveling outside already.
Don't worry about all the criticism. You're doing great.
Thank you.
This is it then. The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
The candle collectively pushed forward. The air is different here.
But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. Couldn't have planned it better myself.
This just happens. Hansi will have her.
Everything is gone. Except her. Which means we made it to the end of the world. We're survivors.
But I don't get to respond because a mirror appears in front of me.
What is happening to me?
It's cold. I feel bad. The princess can never catch a break. But you don't have the chance to answer her before something takes her and leaves something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? Yeah. No voice needing us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold. We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys?
As long as we never touch the mirror. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us, and not in a good way. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
But there's nothing else we can do. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her.
Does this mean we won? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't.
We have to do it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
There's nothing else we can do. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Yeah, we have all this extra dialogue because this is our first run of a new playthrough. So we haven't seen the mirror before, technically. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's inside it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Something finds me in the long quiet, even though I am the long quiet. Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at what I did to you. I made you into a wraith. The gift of a fragile... We've looked at all of these already. Let me quickly go through it.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
This one I might feel for the most because now we know that we are 100% of the problem.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Yep. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I am nascent as well. I will be. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Oh, last time we chose, I think, I don't know what I am. But this one might give a bigger clue because now we know we are of the same make. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept.
Yeah, we've heard this.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I'm gonna use skip a little bit here because I know we've seen this before. Although, in the beginning when I first saw it, I wasn't understanding a single thing she was saying, and now it's much more clear. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
I wouldn't take this answer to mean that she is a princess directly, because the princesses we see are the versions that have been put in the construct. But we deserve to be more than that. We are deep oceans made into shallow creeks. But were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Everything is about me. It falls onto me.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Yeah, we've done this. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, so
You're on a path you're here.
I'm gonna save this one as a hard save. And then what I'm gonna do is let's go back to... I'm very curious about the sit with your nightmare one. So let's check that one out.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Chapter 2,
heart,
basement.
lungs, liver,
I'm not doing
nerves,
any of this.
heart,
I'm not
lungs,
helping you leave,
liver,
and I'm not gonna
nerves,
try and kill
heart,
you. So
lungs,
do your
liver,
worst.
Nerves, heart. Are you serious? Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission. Liver, nerves,
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
Heart,
You
lungs,
poor
liver,
deluded
nerves,
thing.
heart,
Do you think a
lungs,
single moment of
liver,
bravery
nerves,
changes
heart,
you into
lungs,
something you're
liver,
not?
Nerves.
I am what I am, and
nerves,
you're always
heart,
going to be a
lungs,
coward.
liver, nerves. She raises a hand to her mask and pulls
Oh!
it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, Decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
This is weird.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Oh, wow. This is weird. This is a lot weirder than I was expecting. Hey, there's no moving effect anymore with a mouse. 80 years as in a natural human lifespan, right? And then, oh, it just stays there.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Oh.
Let me out!
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Thinking back to the theme of this chapter here, it's nightmare.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Why are we seeing these vignettes though?
Let me out!
She took off her mask.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
She's showing us what she's been feeling inside. It's not just me. It's not just me that gets put back here again and again. She does too, and every time. Things might change differently. Maybe this time I come early, this time I come late, and this time I don't come at all. But it all ends horribly every time. This makes me feel even worse after seeing the Wraith chapter.
You can't keep going. What are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, oh. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Voice of the Broken again. 2 chapter 3s. Oh, wow.
I think we were trying to save the world.
How are these trees? The roots are not in anything. There's no dirt. It's a void. There's not even eyes looking at us anymore.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay... We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
Oh!
It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Did we just get 2 voices in the same new chapter? Opportunist is back.
No, we were supposed
no.
to keep her trapped there forever, I think.
We're breaking. Well, this is the most broken we've ever been. Even the chapter was messed up.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
Oh, it's like the fractures and the many perspectives again.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
Okay.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
Haven't seen you before.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Just like a single digit number. Okay, that's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times.
It's not just 3 this time.
It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine, it just goes on and on.
Oh dear. Stuff gets weirder and weirder. But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up! You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
Oh, even the hero sounds broken.
I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
And that's why it's called philosophizing. My brain is broken yet again.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares?
Guess it's the meaning of life. Why are we doing any of this? It would be nice to have some indication of that.
They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
That's also true.
And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
So in this path, we didn't kill her. We let her kill us in chapter 1, and then chapter 2, we dropped the blade and just sat with my nightmare. So I didn't kill her, she shouldn't be this mad. That's what I think. Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
'Cause it's his first time. What a first day on the job, huh?
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her.
In some ways, like, because it's our third time here, but these people have all experienced the other routes already. That's what it looks like, and they just know. No matter what we do, we can't get out of here, it just keeps going.
The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Right. If you do nothing, I think she'll come. And I don't think it matters.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
This mirror.
No, this isn't right.
Ooh!
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
He knows. Well, the cabin just manifested out of nothing.
He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. It's exhausting. We must be such a mess, but we never get the chance to fix ourselves. That thing is mocking us. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
But you haven't won either.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
The voice of the cold hasn't won either.
Or
You're
you
all
could
the
just
same.
give up. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there.
Wait, he can't even see the cabin? Even though these walls just came out of nowhere?
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces! She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Exactly. I'm sure that whatever you settle on, it'll be the best possible decision you could have made.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
The thing that you can't see, the mirror.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work?
Worth a try.
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Are you just buttering me up?
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
I'm gonna do some King Arthur thing.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
There isn't even a basement here.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? I have to take it. Weirdly enough, I do. But could you imagine seeing this on a first playthrough? Because this is on a file. It's on a save file that has this as a first playthrough.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's a
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
We don't even have a blade this time.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Oh god, no, this is a reference to the ring, isn't it?
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long, and time erodes everything.
Now she's even more mad that we didn't save her.
Except for me.
Oh.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out.
Oh, I feel bad again because that just reminds me how it said let me out so many times earlier. All the suffering she's gone through.
It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A trinket that gets to stay with me all the time. Right by my side. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand. What are we supposed to do? She took our weapon. This really was a lost cause, wasn't it? You sealed our fate when you refused to kill her. Kill or be killed. Yes, I suppose you're right. Oh well. There's no paralysis anymore. Is it because we've already given her what she wants?
And our organs work. You're just an object. A tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you? Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. Oh, I lost my powers. I don't get to call the shots anymore. Now she does.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
You're ruining the moment. Are you coming up or am I going down? Or are we just gonna awkwardly hold hands at the hole like this? Oh.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next. I didn't think I'd be so tired.
She sounds a little bit more normal. She has 3 arms. Oh, she kind of still looks like the chapter 2 version, but not right. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Endless suffering for everybody. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
Oh, I don't think any of them have seen this mirror before.
Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Because they disintegrate whenever we come here.
Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
I want to smash one sometime too, eventually.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
No one's even nervous this time about seeing it. You step towards the mirror. It holds a truth that you must witness.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
Everyone's traumatized.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Smitten?
Boys, it's been an honor.
Wait, did Smitten talk already? Oh, my heart feels quiet. Poor guy. Now we look in. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. Okay. So a different version of a princess. I'm glad I got to see this, but all of them are making me really sad.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
Because we tortured her way too much. I want to hear what she has to say about this vessel. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Oh, this makes me even more. This makes me sad. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. There is no exit, but bring me more.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, I think we can... Yeah. The variations, I don't think I'll be able to get to see all of them, but it would be nice to pick out one or two that I want to see the most out of each general path. And this last one here, the Moment of Clarity, doesn't even have a proper chapter number. I think this one ranks pretty weird, even among all the weird paths. Doesn't it? Like, broken chapter numbers and... It just makes me sad now, especially since we kind of know what's going on towards the end, and if she finally got out at the end, only to be taken away immediately. I don't feel good. Can we do like a nicer one next time? I don't feel good. Okay, I'll save this one, and we'll continue off this princess then. It seems a little bit more unique. We got a preview of all the different voices that are available too, I think. All of them, which is insane.